Now it's time for nominations for Student of the Quarter. So all nominating staff and faculty, please join me up front. Anyone who's nominated, you can come on in and join me. Come on up. And I'll get us started here. So I'm going to read a nominee for Mrs. Felix. This is Mrs. Felix nominee. This student demonstrates virtue on many levels. He is an amazing friend to others. In class, he has embraced wonder and gratitude for all opportunities. He is truly one of the hardest workers I know, rising to every occasion inside and outside of school. I have had the opportunity to watch this student grow over the last 3 years in his academics, in his confidence, in his quiet, unassuming leadership, in his creativity, and in many other skills needed for post-secondary success. I always tell students, this is one of my favorite lines, it is not how you start, it is how you finish. That demonstrates character. This student is demonstrating strong character and finishing strong. He has taken responsibility for his education and his life beyond these walls as he graduates in May. Can I get a round of applause for Mrs. Felix nominee, Mr. Nicholas Molender. Okay, next up I have Mrs. Pogwist and Mrs. Jones. Okay, we'll jump ahead to the next one. Mr. Holmes, round of applause for Mr. Holmes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes.
Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to recognize these students as a nominee for Student of the Quarter who has always impressed me with their level of responsibility, which of course is a very, very important character trait, especially in all of you guys that are growing, right? Learning responsibility is a tough thing to do, but it's not just in terms of doing homework. Now, this student has, I don't think, ever missed a homework assignment, which is incredibly impressive. But it's more than that. It's taking responsibility for their own learning. It's striving hard to be the kind of person that they want to grow into. And this is a student who has been quiet, but always has an understated sense of wonder and makes it very, very clear among their classmates how much they care about learning and about their own quality of character. I would like to nominate Mr. Elias Kamandar.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. All right, we're going to jump back to Mrs. Pogwist and Mrs. Jones.
Okay, so our nomination is from our theater class. And this student is a student of integrity and kindness. She often arrives to first period conference well before the start of class. And without prompting, she starts arranging the room for a conference, moving desks and chairs whether or not another student helps her. She is a humble servant in this way, and in so many other ways. She always exudes a positive attitude, always asking what more she can do to help. She is also a student of action and responsibility. She keeps her promises in all things, whether making and bringing in the props she promised to bring for her group project promptly, or showing up to help set up theater equipment after school just as she said she would. This student is steadfast, caring, and trustworthy. She memorized her lines promptly for her role in Prometheus Bound last fall, and in doing so shows the importance of taking responsibility of her role for the good of others and our theater production. This student is a wholehearted actor who seeks to build her courage and improve as an actor. She collaborates really well with her peers and is kind to all students. She is teachable and always excited to be in theater. She is pure of heart, pursuing truth, goodness, and beauty in every situation. She is a valuable member of our theater ensemble, and we hope that she continues to join us for our theater electives and our future shows. We wholeheartedly nominate Adele Hadra.
Excellent. All right, next up, we will have Mrs. Pennington's nominee, and it will be read by Mrs. Wilcox.
All right, Mrs. Pennington would like to nominate this student of the quarter because of the way that he consistently demonstrates the virtue of friendship. He is always looking out for others. She often sees him in the hallway checking in on a friend, offering a smile, and spreading positivity wherever he goes. What stands out most is that his kindness isn't limited to a particular group. He treats everyone as a friend. Whether it's classmates or staff, he makes the effort to ask how people are doing and truly listens. He shows genuine care for others' well-being and creates a sense of belonging in our school community. He doesn't just talk about being kind, he lives it out every day. So thank you to this student for leading with friendship and making our school a better place. She is very excited to see where your kindness takes you. Mr. Quentin Lemons.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilcox. Okay, the next one will be another one from Mrs. Pennington, a nominee, and this will be read by Mr. Repke.
Well, I am not Mrs. Pennington, but that's all right. All right, so Mrs. Pennington would like to nominate this student for Student of the Quarter for the way that she consistently embodies the virtue of responsibility. From the very first day I, or Mrs. Pennington, met her, she has gone above and beyond to serve her house and her school community. Almost every week she takes the initiative to ask how she can help, and she always follows through with dedication and care. Whether it's supporting events, stepping in when needed, or simply being present, she shows up and she gives her best. She strives for excellence in everything she does and carries herself with quiet confidence and a warm smile that brightens any room. She may be soft-spoken, but her actions speak volumes. Her commitment to her schoolwork, her friends, and her house is a model of leadership and integrity. Cincinnatus is lucky to have her, and we are incredibly grateful for the heart and effort she brings to our community. So thank you for being a shining example of responsibility, Ms. Ranita Gargunovi.
Thank you, Mr. Repke. Next up, one more, the last one from Mrs. Pennington. It will be read by Mrs. Blackford.
She would like to nominate the student for Student of the Quarter for consistently demonstrating the virtues of prudence and friendship. This student leads quietly but powerfully. They never complain, they simply show up and give their best day after day. As a member of the track team, they could easily focus only on their peers, but instead they take time to connect with the younger students. She has personally witnessed sixth graders light up when this person walks over just to say hello or offer their encouragement. That small gesture says a lot about who they are. They're a true friend to everyone. They approach situations with calmness and grace and look for the good in those around them. They are loyal, kind, and carry a quiet strength that makes others feel safe and seen. Their presence builds others up, and that's the mark of a true leader. Thank you to this student for leading with wisdom and kindness, and this student is Van Rogers.
Next up, with his nomination, round of applause for Mr. Sandino.
I would like to nominate a student, and I'm not sure why I didn't get a paper, so I'll try to remember the things that I said about this student. I'll give it away and say she exhibits a whole bunch of the character traits that we want to see all the time. One of them is responsibility. She is always on top of her work, not just what do I have to do to get by, but she's smoking it all the time. So she does a great job there. She exhibits all kinds of friendship. She's in class with a smile. She's eager to help other people who are having difficulties and goes out of her way to see who needs help. Excellent friend. But the thing that really excites me as a biology teacher is when students take effort at finding the wonder in the things that we're studying. And she does that fantastically. She came into class one day about a month ago and the trees were starting to bloom, and she just had a big smile on her face. She was thrilled and said, "Did you see all the trees out there?" As a biology teacher, of course I saw all the trees out there. But I suspect that some of you didn't, but she was thrilled with that. So because she is continually exhibiting responsibility and friendship and wonder, and I'm not even sure she's here today, it's a pleasure to nominate for Student of the Quarter, Brooklyn Nicewolf.
Thank you, Mr. Sandino. Next up, nominating his student for Student of the Quarter, round of applause for Dr. Denton.
So, I need to preface this by saying I do not like to do repeats for nominations. I think it makes it a little bit too bottlenecked. I like to spread the field. But in this case, it is a mea culpa moment where I nominated the student last time, a little bit too late to be in the official running. So I'm going to go ahead and break my rule and nominate her again, so probably you know who it is. So I'm not going to necessarily repeat everything I had to say, but I can say this student embodies all of our virtues. Now you may know that my idea of what the greatest virtue is patience as embodied in our schema through moderation. But I think that patience moderation requires something underlying it, and that is the idea of interest, of wonder, of being so fascinated by everything that you're willing to put the time, the effort, and the energy into it. And this student, I think, more than anything else, embodies the idea of wonder through being interested. She just wants to learn. She wants to know everything, and she never tries to block others from learning. Her idea of a fair playing field is to do the best she can, not to drag others down to a lower level. And I think that's absolutely admirable. And I will just go ahead and say the moment that probably most both terrified and impressed me was when she happened to crack her knee open, exposing bone to the world, I'm sure. I didn't actually see it, I just heard about it. And her response, rather than being frightened, being just absolutely sickened by it, was to be interested in the process that came afterwards. She was genuinely excited about getting stitches. And I think, while that in itself is a little bit like, oh, what's going on here? The underlying aspect of that being the level of interest and wonder is just something that fascinates me. Absolutely, you deserve this. Alexis, Curry, come on up.
Wonderful job, Dr. Denton. Next up, with her nomination, Mrs. Redmond, or Miss Redmond. 1 second, y'all. All right, here we go.
All right, so my nominee, this student, I've been very impressed by his work ethic. I've known him for a while, and he's just put an incredible job into, currently I have him for ballroom, and the dedication he shows, constantly trying to improve his dance. He responds really well to feedback. He's really encouraging with his peers. He's shown a ton of courage to get up and dance in front of all his classmates. This student also, I see on a consistent basis, is always keeping the hallways clean, staying after to help in whatever way. So he's displayed a lot of responsibility, friendship, all the virtues he encompasses incredibly well. Has a very hard work ethic and cares so much about his peers. Sean Patterson.
Thank you, Mr. Redmond. Congratulations. All right, we've got 2 more. Hang in there, and then we'll announce the winners. These both are going to come from me. First up, my nomination. It gives me a great honor to nominate this middle school student for Student of the Quarter. This student is a star, both in the classroom and on the diamond. This student had a near 4.0 GPA for their first semester and is trending towards excellence academically again for their second semester. This student is a teammate that others can count on when things get tough. This student has a strong work ethic who, despite their athletic gifts, continues to work hard. This student has demonstrated courage by speaking up when they see injustice. This student demonstrates wonder through their critical thinking skills. There is no doubt in my mind that this student is a future world changer who will have a great impact on the next generation. It is my great pleasure to nominate Mr. Lincoln Blackford as the middle school student. And the last nominee, it gives me great honor to nominate this high school student for Student of the Quarter. This student embodies everything that Ascent Classical Academy stands for, as this student is the consummate professional with their studies maintaining a near 4.0 GPA as well this entire year. This student is selfless with their time and demonstrates the virtue of friendship by looking to make a difference with positive interactions with students in both upper and grammar schools. This student demonstrates the virtue of responsibility through their self-guided online course for a math that no one in Ascent's history has ever successfully navigated. It is my great pleasure to nominate Mr. Tyler Cadelli as high school student of the quarter. And then with 2 more nominees, I have Mrs. Wilcox.
Good morning again. Before I read my nominations, I just want to say to all of my Latin students that I greatly appreciate all of you. But this time around, my journalism classes deserve some recognition. So, my first nomination. This student is a compassionate, determined, and accountable student. He has a positive attitude and kind words for all occasions. He is always willing to help in any capacity, and more importantly, offers that help without any thought for a reward. I have been so impressed with his work ethic and dedication in both of our journalism classes. As a student of both classes, he has managed twice the number of deadlines and still makes an effort to help complete work that is beyond his own. He is a good communicator and works well with all of our students. He is reliable, and his steady nature allows him to navigate numerous responsibilities with ease. He shows passion and dedication for all that he does, including playing sports outside of school. As a student athlete, he has done an excellent job managing his time to ensure his schoolwork is prompt and well thought through. His passion for sports is evident, and you've probably noticed, because it is in all of his writing for the newspaper. He deserves this recognition for so many reasons, but especially for his strength of character and unwavering kindness that will obviously guide him throughout his life. I am confident that this will lead him on to greater things. So, Mr. Caleb Moss. Is also a journalism student. She is talented and passionate and dedicated. She pours her heart into all that she does, including sports, school, volunteering, and part-time jobs. Most recently, she has helped complete both the yearbook and the last edition of the newspaper within a 2-week time frame. Throughout this entire school year, but especially during quarter 3, she stayed after school for numerous work nights until 8 or 9 p.m. to ensure that each of these publications would be the best version that they could be and would reflect our school and you all as the students well. She is an excellent leader, both in the journalism classroom and in her role in National Honor Society. She is a positive role model for all of you. She also consistently steps up and takes on significant responsibilities while maintaining top grades and a strong moral character. I'm going to give it away, but she has earned the title of valedictorian for her superb efforts. I am so incredibly proud of her for all of the ways that she has contributed to our school community, but more importantly, for the kind, strong, and determined young lady that she has become. Miss Isabella Leonard.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilcox. Hey, y'all, one big more round of applause for all the nominees we see in front of us today. Great job, all. Okay, guys, it's time to announce the winners. So I'm going to give Dr. Denton the pleasure for announcing the middle school female student of the quarter.
Alright, I know this has taken some time, so without further ado, oh, by the way, did I tell you about the cup of soup I had? Oh, after this too. So, well earned, everybody, congratulations, all the nominees, all the rest of you, you have wonderful things to offer too. Don't think that this is in any way a slight. This is just one of those things that everybody can't get it. So for this particular quarter, for the middle school student of the quarter, oh, Ranita Geiger.
the middle school male student of the quarter. It gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of quarter 3-4, Mr. Lincoln Blackson. The high school male winner is Mr. Tyler Kennelly. And the last announcement today, you guys have been wonderful. We appreciate you all. We're not going to go crazy out of here. We're going to still have a quiet procedure out. But the last winner, female quarter 3-4, big round of applause. She's an all-star, Miss Alexis Corey.